In this video, traders, we're going to look at bad trading quotes. Stay tuned. Hey traders, warm welcome to so light-hearted video for you. For subscribers to the channel, appreciate your subscription. Thank you for your support. If you're not, maybe consider doing so. This isn't our usual type of video, but we normally look at discipline, psychology, setup, strategy, anything to make you become a better trader, even information that's useful for your trading or investing career. Okay, so these are bad, genuine quotes that I've seen on the internet. Now, normally these are placed over a meme, and it's normally Leonardo DiCaprio from The Wolf of Wall Street. So for whatever reason, this guy's placed on a pedestal as somebody to emulate. I don't get it myself. I think, why would people want to emulate that guy? I can think of thousands of other people who are much better putting on a pedestal, even if you pick from a traders group. But anyway, you get the point. So you can imagine the kind of people that this is aimed at. It's people who are wanting to get rich quick, and these are some bad trading quotes. First one is, these are genuine, I've seen these all. If you can make $1, you can make $1 million more. Not true. You know that's not true. Plenty of people out there are making $1, plenty of people making $10, 100, 10, 100 grand who can't get to $1 million or may not get to $1 million. Maybe they don't want to get to $1 million. It's exponentially harder, specifically from a trading perspective, right? It's relatively easy to make a small amount of money trading, okay, because there's no real attachment to it. You can have $1 risk, $2 reward. Do you care if the trade goes for you against you? No, you don't. Now, all of a sudden, you flip that to 100 grand risk, 200 grand reward. Do you care? Of course you do. Is your behavior going to be different? Yes, it will. As you grow your trading account, as you increase your size, your behavior has to adapt and adjust. And we've talked about this before in other videos, where there's a sweet spot that you know, hey, I'm finding this uncomfortable. I'm kind of thinking this is a little bit too much size for me. You back off. You want to trade as much size as you can while still trading in the correct manner, but not too much that you're trading out of because of the money, not too little that you're not maximizing the opportunity there. And so trading $1 is different to trading to $1 million. Can it be done and make yourself up? Of course it can. But the meme of if you can make one, you can make $1 million just simply isn't true. It has to have a process and a step to get to that. All right, number two, 99% of trading is mindset. Now, you know what? I agree with this. Most of trading is mindset, but 99% is too much. You've got to have a strategy that works. You've got to have a trading plan. You've got to be disciplined. Risk management is so key. And yes, mindset is a big part. And we talk about this a lot on the channel, mindset psychology. We've got videos devoted entirely to that. Got videos devoted entirely to risk management, strategies, etc. But yes, it's important, but 99%, no. You know, there are many traders out there who've got the right attitude, doing the right thing, they've got the right mindset, but are struggling because they haven't got the right strategy. The money management's not on point. They just need to make a few more tweak and adjust the dials to make the next step forward. So, you know, the greatest attitude in the world isn't going to make you a profitable trader. It's very important, don't get me wrong, but 99%, no. Small profits each day add up to big results. Now, this is a bit of a fallacy, guys, isn't it? We know, okay, if we're doing that forever, then yes, it would, but it doesn't work like that. It's like trading. You have small profits, you have a loser. Small profits, a loser. And you know, if you've been trading for a while, I know this, I know other traders who have been trading for a while have this, and also, you know, the bigger traders that we read books on and study. The 80-20 rule applies. Most of the trades, most of the profit come from a chunk of your really good trades. Those are the ones that are making up the money. So taking this small profit, yes, while it's good in theory, the things that really move the needle are the trades that really pay you, the trades that you're in good size, you're letting mature, you're letting give you a good risk to reward ratio. Yes, the other ones do help, you know, move the needle, but ultimately it's those outlier type trades that really kind of push things forward. So small profits shouldn't be the aim. It should be getting involved with the market for the bigger gains and being on board so that I'm ready for the ones that really go my way when I'm really sized up and they're really making things count. So watch out for that kind of thing. And number four, you never go broke taking profits. You hear this all the time, and it's, you know, the logic is there. Because you think, well, if I always take profits, I'll never go broke. But the reality, as we know, guys, is that we don't always have profitable trades. And if you're always taking profits, and this is not a justification for taking profits quickly. It's like, well, there's a profit there. No one's ever going to go broke from taking a profit. Yes, but you're never going to, if you're constantly taking small profits, you're never going to undo or overcome the loss that you've had from your losing trades. You know, you need those bigger profits to offset the losses. If you're making profit all the time, that would make sense. If you've had a business that was running on a small margin all the time and you just did volume, perfect sense. But trading isn't like that. We know we've got losses to deal with. We have winners, we have losers. If we're taking a small profit and a big loser, we know we're going to lose over time. Even if we take a small loser and a small profit, we're not going to get anywhere. So yes, in reality, logically it makes sense, but we know that ultimately we have to look for those bigger moves. And there's a bit of a theme there as well. Okay. Number 5, next year I'll have $1 million trading, $1 million trading account. I saw this genuine meme. I'm a big advocate of thinking where you want to go, planning what you want to achieve in your trading career, and etc. I think that makes perfect sense. However, the majority of people who will be sharing that, liking that thing, you know, if you ask them, okay, so let's see the plan you've got. How much have you got at the moment? Well, I've got you know 10,000 in my trade. Okay, yeah, that's unlikely, but it's perfectly doable. You know, it's perfectly doable. Maybe you might have to stretch that out to a little bit further out. But how you plan on doing it? Well, I just plan on trading well. No, but you know, what's the risk reward? When are you going to ratchet up your size? You know, what are you going to look for? What plays you look for? How are you going to really maximize the returns? Well, I'm just going to scalp euro all day. You're not going to make. You're just not going to get from 1,000, 10,000, or 100,000 to $1 million just without a plan. And so, you know, the point of having this on here is, yes, it's all very well showing these memes and you know the kind of things which are inspirational and what have you. And yeah, I'm all for that, but without a plan for doing it, how are you going to get to that point? You know, what do you need to do to get to it? How many trades you need to take? What sort of size you need to take on your trades? Because mathematically, you might have to say, well, I can't do it because I'll have to stretch that out to a little bit longer. Because even if I take 10 to 1 at full size, I'm going to need, you know, 50 trades in a row to get me to, you get the point. You know, you have to have a plan for that. Otherwise, it's just literally pie in the sky. Number 6, forget the 9 to 5 and start trading. Just a bit cringe a little bit with this advice. Yes, when I went straight out and I started trading back in 2001, and yes, didn't get involved in all this, but I think that it didn't get involved with the corporate life. But I think that if you're in a job at the moment, just throwing caution to the wind and just ditching it and starting to trade isn't generally the right thing for most people. Now, I'm not advising, I don't know a personal situation, but most people who I speak to are in a job. Listen, the job's paying the bills, it's giving them a reasonable lifestyle, they're comfortable. Now, just to stop all that and put the massive amount of pressure on you to go and trade and dream of making a living trading, I think is, for most people, everyone's different, is a stretch too far. Now, I'm all for stretching yourself outside of comfort zones, all this kind of stuff. You subscribe to the channel, you see my videos, you know that's what we're about here. But at a time when we're just taking excessive risk for the sake of it, so rather than forgetting it, why don't you, from 7 o'clock at night, whenever you get back, trade the US session until it closes at 9 o'clock UK time if you're in Europe or UK. Why don't, if you're in the US, trade the Asian session? There's ways, or trade swing trading. Trader swing trading strategy, should I say. There are many ways of getting involved with the markets without literally cutting everything and having that massive pressure and going, okay, well, I've got these savings, I've got to make it work. Now, I know some people who have done that and have made it work. I know lots of people who have done that and have had to go back to work. You know, you might even just be making progress, but not quite in time, and things are getting a little bit sticky and tight. You think, well, I'm going to have to go back, and then you're going back to a new job. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Prove you can do it, start to play the game, don't necessarily chop in your 9 to 5. And I know there's kind of lots of negative connotations with the 9 to 5, and I get it, some people are in jobs they don't like, and that's not a good place to be, and you should have a plan to come out of that. But just to ditch it and go into trading generally is excessively risky. Have a plan of, say, I'm going to trade on the sun, I'm going to do this for a period of time. If I get this results, then I maybe if I go part-time, you know, maybe I can do this. So you have a transition period of proof, and then you haven't got that pressure. You've got all the time you need to make it work. And yes, you have a bit of pressure because you don't want to be in the job, so you're trying to make trading work, but you don't have the additional financial pressure that comes from not having that job, but having to trade and perhaps having an elevated lifestyle anyway, and those bills to pay. So 6 bad trading quotes that I've seen. If you've seen any bad ones, stick them in the comment section below. And if you like this kind of stuff, give it a thumbs up. Take care, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.